Welcome back to another exciting episode of Full Circle. I'm your host, as always, Harmon Jr. You know where to find me, Harmon Jr. on all your favorite social media.
And I'm the other host, Fradette. You can find me at Toonvelo.
So we have a very special episode for you this week. You're probably wondering what's going on. You have a ceiling fan back there is going, keeping us cool. This is our 50th episode special. And so to start the show off, we thought we would give you an inside look at what the studio really looks like. So as we're going to walk and talk with the camera here, Jarrett's walking it over there. You can now see this is our studio, which is actually just our room in my mom's house that she let us use. She had a spare guest room that she wasn't using with a nice little bathroom, closet, little dresser drawer, and this little table we got from Walmart. Actually, I think we just found it in my garage. Just threw a tablecloth under it and just, ooh, look at that. Tablecloth, nice desk table. We got an ottoman back there which sits all our stuff. You've got all this nice foam and this black tarp, as you can see, that we covered the entire room with, except the restroom and by the front door because we're always opening it. So, welcome to Studio Full Circle. And when the camera's positioned correctly, as you can see, none is the wiser. So, we thought we would break the illusion for you in this episode. And so, you're probably wondering what we're doing this week. Well, we have a nice little theme for you I'm going to call Past, Present, and Future. And now that Jared is back, oh, he is not back. What is he doing? Oh, so we can see ourselves. Ha 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 ha. Man, we look good considering this is just a room in my mom's house.
Right?
She's like currently eating, some food right now and like washing clothes, but you would never know that. So, Jared, what are we talking about this week?
We're talking about past, present, and future.
Welcome to the future. Nice Futurama reference for those who don't know.
Welcome to the world of tomorrow.
Crap, is that what he actually
That's
said?
what he says.
Damn. Well, the spirit was there.
Yes. The time is for it. That's a different joke.
Okay. So, we'll be starting off with the past.
Right, so this is not only our 50th anniversary. Yeah, that's correct. 50th episode, 1 year anniversary.
Has it been 1 year?
Our first episode premiered on May 2nd, 2018.
Ah.
Premiered on YouTube.
Oh.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yep.
Will this is it May 2nd now?
At the time of airing, it's around that time.
Cool. So, we're around that time. And that's close enough for me. So, congratulations, Jared.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Woo. Yeah, wait, that makes sense. There's like 52 weeks in a year.
Yeah.
And
If you weren't good, if our audience members weren't good at math, about 52 weeks makes a year, and we're at 50, minus the 2 episodes we haven't done, one at Christmas and one a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, so, yeah. Well. All right. Oh, we'll be talking about. Wait, I don't know. Wait, did you say? Screw it. Just pretend Jared said we'll be talking about the past, so it's my turn to talk. We'll be talking about the present, a very extended version of catching up with us, what's going on with us, what's about to happen with us, and
The future.
the future, the world of tomorrow. Did I do that better?
A little bit. Yes.
Okay. So you just got to see a special look at the studio and what that looks like. But originally, if you go back to any episodes, I believe like 1 through 13, 1 through 20, something like that.
About that, yeah.
Yeah, we're in a very much smaller room, a lot closer to the camera.
Incredibly hot.
So, fun fact, I mean, we mentioned it, but those, like, maybe like in one episode we said, I don't know if we ever said it.
Which part?
About being like, we had no AC.
No, we mentioned it in the episode after it got fixed.
Ah, okay.
Because we were sweating grossly.
Yeah, like Jared said, we started in May, and we live in Texas. So come May, the weather at the lowest is like 85.
That's generous, but yes.
And I mean, it's usually just quite comfortably always in the 90s, day or night. And so the room was now my computer room, but there was nothing in there before. It was another guest bedroom that we took out the mattress and whatnot. And my roommate didn't believe me, but it was just insanely hot in there. And I swear, just insanely hot in the house, despite what the AC was saying. And it turns out the AC was broke. We would sometimes have to literally hurry up and finish so you wouldn't see us drip sweat.
If you go back and look, you probably see us sweating.
Yeah, and then he actually I looked to, and lo and behold, it legit was broken.
Freon, you need it to be cool.
He didn't believe us until I think it was just one day we were both sitting in the house, and like we had the ceiling fan on, the AC was on, and I was just like, and my roommate is very much like one of those people, who moves the slider slower. It's like, oh, it's 38 outside. Let me just turn up the heat one notch. Oh, it's super hot outside. Let me turn down the air one notch.
What are you talking about? So what if it's 99 outside? It's 98 in here. It's cooler. That's not how this works.
Yeah, but it was like, you remember the episode of Harmon when they had that massive heat wave?
Yes.
We were both in the house in that exact moment, like, reached the point where, like, our personalities had changed. We were upset. But we got it fixed. Yeah.
What's wrong with Grandma? She's so sane. Dear, we have to make these cookies. Sorry, I loved that episode.
Yeah, and then, so we got it fixed, and I think the next episode was, like, tremendously better. Because we were comfortable and not dying.
Right. I think that was the few episodes we were both just, like, wearing tank tops. We're like, yeah, it's summer. And we're wearing tank tops for summer reasons.
Oh, man.
I've always been, like, insanely sensitive to, like, the AC being off. Like, because my parents' AC would go off a few times when I was a kid, too. And I was like, I woke up one day. It was still 70 or, like, 74 in the house. And I was like, the AC's broken. No, it's not. I just knew it was broken. And then like 2 days later, my mother's like looking at the thermostat. Why is it reading 85? I told you. I told you 3 days ago.
I knew it.
I knew it.
You have like your knife, like, I knew it. I knew it. Oh, another fun fact that people probably don't know Jared did is we initially didn't edit our own show or do any of the graphics at first.
Shout out to Lane.
Thank you, Lane Fobbs, our original editor and graphics person and everything, really, because the only thing me and Jared really did was film ourselves and, like...
We would go through and pick out funny GIFs or pictures we would try and tell Lane to put in.
Yeah, and he would do that.
Not too many, because...
Yeah, because he also has a day job and things, and he's in a different time zone, so... And if you don't know, uploading massive...
Download.
Yeah, it was a mess. Like, we now comfortably always premiere at noon, minus some hiccups like last week. The YouTube version didn't appear at noon because my computer went to sleep while uploading it, and I went to work, and then I couldn't get back. So I learned I need another program running, because when it's uploading to YouTube, it counts it as not doing anything.
Just play, like, Netflix in the background, and then, like, that gives you at least 3 episodes worth of upload time.
No, what I found is if I put it on iTunes, just put it on shuffle, then my computer... Like at the screen, but it will still actively compute.
I'm doing things.
But yeah, now we always comfortably post at noon. The audio for sure always hits at noon.
That part's easy.
Yeah, as long as the video upload or YouTube or something crazy doesn't happen, that's always between noon and 1 because, again, sometimes that happens. But we're always, on Wednesday. But before, it was really hard. We were getting stuff out at like 10 p.m. Wednesday. Like, so much to the fact I almost was like, should we be every week Thursday?
Hey, before it's like college rules, right? Before midnight Wednesday is still Wednesday. Please grade my essay.
That is. And then, what else did we do, Jared? That was like low. I think our audio was crap too.
It was not great.
Before we learned how to do the whole syncing and
soundproofing and
Jared was really good at our art back then too.
Not anymore. Well, I mean, there is a slight trade-off, right? As I'm editing the whole video every other week, I don't always have time to make the cutesy drawings, like the One Piece one where we're I'm forgetting the name of the characters, who the Minks when we were Minks characters.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, not that was not a shout out. I just mean just in the beginning he was really enthusiastic and really went. Like, I'm gonna like, like, just put up some of my favorites here.
Okay.
No, I remember people really enjoyed that. Like, I think people didn't even watch the show. They just, like, looked at those pictures.
Hey, I mean, that's what counts. You click once.
I don't know. Do you have any fond memories of yesteryear?
Fond memories.
Or just maybe not so fond?
I miss, the one benefit we had to uploading and downloading was we could upload to YouTube straight from the Google Drive. That's the one thing we used to be able to do that for some reason Google can't handle now.
Well, I mean, now since we're editing, now since it's just on our computer.
I know, overall, right, it's still, like, reduced the entire time by, like, 80% or more. So, I mean, it's still much quicker. I'm not complaining about that.
Oh, what was it? I don't know. We've gotten a lot better. I remember at first, like, it sounds crazy, but I remember looking at the camera at first. Like, I would always do this. I would, like, dart my eyes. Like, I could never just look at the camera. It was like, oh, it's looking back at me. And people are looking at me. Now I can look at it just fine. It's like, look at you, camera.
Right?
Just a lens. Lens can't hurt me.
But I think that's about enough for the past. What's been up with you?
Oh, so I finally, for the love of God, got a decent, stable job that pays me a livable wage. I work for a production company called Mainline, and they produce a show for ESPN about collegiate esports that's leading up to the CC Championship here in Houston, Texas on May 10th, I believe. I don't know. I'll drop a link or some clips from that. And as a production assistant, I help with lighting, camera placement, building and tearing down of sets, and wherever they need me from there. And it's in video games. It's in esports. I will admit I am not the biggest connoisseur of esports. That we've probably talked about this before, but now I'm learning. I'm increasing my skill set and video game knowledge. Esports was probably like the one area that was like the bastard stepchild in my expertise.
You could have said the awkward middle child.
I mean,
no, it's further. It's less than that. Okay.
I'll say the awkward middle child of my expertise would probably be like,
voice actors that
maybe, or
they're more of the weird cousin.
Maybe. This analogy, but anyway, I got a new job. That's cool. And, I recently went to PAX. I don't think I'll have any big events between now and then. It's E3, but I've been enjoying working the job. I am currently still broke, but all my bills for the first time in a long time are currently just paid. And I can't tell you how great that is. Game of Thrones premiered last week. Or 2 weeks ago.
Oh my god.
Jared doesn't watch Game of Thrones.
I don't.
So I've been watching Game of Thrones. It's been good so far. And
even after the Red Wedding? I don't know what I said. I just said it.
Fun fact, the Red Wedding was the first episode I ever watched.
Ah.
And some very key story elements and deaths happen there. And I remember watching it with somebody. I was just like, I don't know who these people who just got murdered, but damn, that sucks for them.
Even after what Joffrey and Bronn did? I don't know. I'm saying words again.
So I don't know. Has anything else happened to me, Jared? That's of note. I feel like that. I don't have to work at Torchy's Tacos no more as a cashier.
Free queso.
I know. I'm sorry. We never got your free queso.
Ugh.
What's been going on with you, Jared?
Let's see. So right now in my life, all my out of town relatives are in. I'm avoiding them. And then they're all going to go to Austin to visit the aforementioned several times new half aunt.
Ooh.
Yeah.
But they don't watch the show yet? Aren't they going to hear you trying to actively?
No, not in the slightest. More exciting than that, I will be, by the time of airing this, have gone to AwesomeCon in the DC area.
Ooh,
yeah.
That sounds awesome.
Yes, it's more of a general, I think what people think about when they think cons. It's, like sci-fi, fantasy, comics, etc.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I bet everything is awesome there.
Everything is awesome. Everything is fine when you're doing a friend. Yeah. I say also with that, I'll be meeting one of my online friends in IRL for the first time.
Ooh.
I'm looking forward to seeing that, but I absolutely hate doing that. I hate meeting people for the first time that you've known for a while, because it's like this double down of awkwardness. Like, I know what he looks like, but do you really know what he looks like?
Hey, you know his personality, but do you really?
No, I was gonna say really just the first time meeting, because it's just like I don't know where to look, like height wise, like posture wise, like I can't. So I hate standing there in the airport looking around like some sort of like weird platonic Terminator, like. Do you fit the criteria algorithm in my head?
See, Jared, if you just would have online dated when everyone's online dating, you would have already been a master at this.
Right, like hiding in the restaurant.
And it's like, oh, thank God.
Right, hold up my phone. Does that match up here? Okay, there we go. Yeah, no, he said he's going to be very polite for me. I already told him this. So he's actually just going to have the sign that says Jared. I'm like, thank you. That's just infinitely easier for me.
I know this happens a lot, like a lot in today's world, But I don't know if I could ever have an online friend and then meet them in real life. Granted, I think I have to certain capacity. There's certain people. Shout out to Naomi. Like, I've been on a show with her and Marcus before and other things. But I feel like it's more of like a work colleague.
Most of my online friends that I meet, this is like my first time meeting him in real life after like 5 or 6 years.
Oh, God.
Like, I thoroughly vet.
Oh, so this is like a legit friend. Oh, God.
Yeah.
I don't know what that would feel like for me. I don't know if I could do it.
Yeah. It feels natural at this point.
Fair enough.
I also confess I get the same anxiety if I haven't seen you in a while. Not you, Odell. Anybody. Because I'm like, oh, God, I haven't seen them in a couple months. Have they changed? Is that them? Did they grow a beard? Did they gain weight? Did they get taller? Like, it just starts to, like, my brain's predefined, like, image of them starts to look, like, blurry. And
I know you don't hug people, but I'm telling you, Jared, if you did, you know.
I hug people. I'm normal. No, because when you tell people that I don't hug them, it makes it sound like I'm this weird standoffish person.
Some people don't like to be touched.
I say I don't. No, I don't initiate hugs, but I don't like. Oh, you're touching me. My family is not a huggy group, as I confess to avoiding my family. So my natural inclination is to not.
All right, let me retract my statement and set the record straight. I know you don't initiate hugs.
Thank you.
But I always feel like if I haven't seen someone in a long time and I give them a hug, or assuming we don't hug, let's say we're just like some like bro handshake thing, like I'm like that guy that like I feel like anime style can sense like if it's like,
how formal is this? Oh, you don't watch JoJo's Bizarre Adventures?
No.
There's a whole thing where they were playing rock paper scissors, and it was just like so intense. Like it's like I can tell he's intensely going to throw rocks. He's committed to it. Wait, what is this? Scissors. Anywho,
I should watch JoJo more. Like I'll kind of watch the first. Are they seasons? Acts? People always refer to them as something like.
Well, because each kind of tells a different story arc where it's a different Joseph or a different Joe fighting a different villain.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a...
But I feel like when
it's
people...
the Joestar family.
Yeah, I feel like when people talk about it, they don't say seasons or arc. They say, like, another term to refer to, like, when it transitions to...
Yeah. Like, I forget the one on Crunchyroll right now, but the one on Cartoon Network is Shining Diamond, or Diamond is Forever.
Uh-huh.
Shining Diamond.
I was about to say Diamonds Forever is a nice song.
Diamonds are forever.
Wow,
wow.
You heard the awesome Diamonds is forever.
Every kiss begins with K.
Yeah.
He went to Jerry.
Yeah,
okay, we're just gonna keep doing that.
So wait, what were we talking about?
Awesome con and meeting people.
Okay, that okay, yeah. So that's what else is anything else going on here? Man, we are really just
woo. This is fun.
We haven't had we haven't had a tangent that wildly from its source material in a long time.
I don't know. Last couple episodes ago, we were talking about the YMCA when we were supposed to be talking about Prince Harry. So,
but that was like clear logic. That Prince Harry was at the YMCA, so like the degrees of separation were pretty close.
Closer.
This was I'm meeting my online friend Awesome Con, JoJo Bizarre Adventure, and Diamonds. Like
yes. no. Speaking of diamonds and quartzes and all that in my mind. Hear about Rebecca Sugar? She got a Peabody Award for Steven Universe.
What is the Peabody Award? Besides, that's the dog from Sherman and Peabody, right?
Yes. I forget what the award is.
Is it related to like that, or is it just called Peabody?
No, it's not related.
Okay, I know.
I will look up the official
Please forgive
definition.
my ignorance, internet.
Peabody Award. I know it's normally given. Let's see, for good storytelling. Peabody Award is. Awards program is a name for the American businessman to honor the most powerful, enlightening, or invigorating stories in television, radio, and online.
So it's just good stories, or specifically what stories? What was that?
Oh, I minimized my thing. Innovative, enlightening, or powerful.
Okay.
Right. So, like I remember in Peabody Award announcing it online, they're like, teaching. Their short little tweet was like teaching children the power of empathy. I was like, you don't get those stories anymore.
Yeah, it's.
Offer to meet people Peabody Awards. We're just gonna keep going further in our.
You know, I think Steven Universe where it succeeds is that, like, Steven is legit a dopey, I would dare say unlikable protagonist. And to see his growth, because his growth arc wasn't your typical I suck, I train, I get good. It was like, I suck, I stay true to my morals, I grow and see that I can't suck and be stupid, but morals are yet still unchanged.
I accept myself for who I am.
But at the same time, the caveat is like, I understand I also must grow as a person. The thing to accomplish the things, you know, for Steven's goals to work, he can't be at the level, like, that's the part I think I loved about it. He acknowledged that I'm not letting go of my morals. I'm not, but I understand that to accomplish the morals I've set out for myself cannot be accomplished where I am.
Right. I mean, that was the whole jumping puddles episode, right, with Garnet and the kitten. Right? She was like, "Oh, I know why my future isn't working. I keep thinking you're the same little kid. You're not. You're so much more now." Yeah,
you've matured, and that's a reflect of I talk about, you know, this with people we know, but, like, you know, I'll talk about myself. I have to, like, you know, I would react to people based off the past version of themselves, not acknowledging they have actually worked and gotten better at the things that would annoy me. You know, then thus, you know, it's a bad reflection on me because, you know, one, I'm not acknowledging your hard work, but I am, like, thus being the thing that you once was, in a way.
Right.
Yeah. And Steven Universe did that masterfully. Even when, like, you know, when Steven realized that, you know, I forgot what episode it was. It might have been during the Stevani training, or I think it was after the initial Stevani training with Pearl, and when they couldn't fuse and they had train again with Guardian, we realized that, you know, the importance of fighting.
Yes.
Because when he was training with Connie, he was scared to fight.
Right.
And then I forgot at some point. But yeah, anyway, Steven Universe is great. We've harped on that show more times than
we bought the merch.
Yeah, so
that's what's catching up with us.
So what about our future?
Future. Speaking of wait, let me read that. Speaking of Garnet and Future Vision, the future.
Jared's like, wait, I'm still doing this.
Wait, I got this.
Don't care.
You got this.
Okay, so what do you have? What do you? All right,
future for ourselves or future for the podcast?
Both.
Future for myself. I really need to look into developing more my art skills for my work. Well, I guess in general, but specifically for work, I need to delve more into scientific illustration.
So you get that money.
I can get that money. And then that's more of a long-term future. And then near-term future, I have a project that I've been working on for a very long time that's just now to the actual production part.
Ooh. Is this a work thing or a personal thing?
No, for work.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's been like a 5-year-long project of collecting samples, and now I can finally start to analyze the samples.
Ooh, science.
It's
a slow burn, people. Slow burn.
How about you?
For the future, for myself, I honestly, you know, I'm feeling I still plan, you know, to be working at IGN, GameSpot, Game Informer. Who have you? The goal is IGN because I feel like I might as well work at the best place to ever. Best to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Best to do it. Do it the best. The best that there ever was. There it is.
Be the best around. Nothing's ever gonna get you down.
Yeah. So I still feel like, you know, maybe that can happen by the end of 2019. Who knows? I don't know. But I mean, I'm never gonna deter from the path. E3 is coming up, but some exciting things for the first year ever. Both of us, we'll be going to Comic-Con. So what we need to do is, like, book our flights and look into some hotels.
That's pretty important.
And, you know, for the first year, we'll be going to Japan for TGS. And even if we don't get into TGS, which I'm pretty sure we would just be going to Japan. And then, so I feel like, you know, as I constantly work towards, you know, my goals in the video game industry, you know, sometimes I feel like I've regressed, but then sometimes I realize I've mastered some things. So some goals for myself, like I said, I need to write more. Like, my writing hasn't suffered. I feel like just the frequency in which I write, because I've forego, becoming a personality, because that's kind of just what in today's market you kind of have to be.
You sell yourself.
Yeah, so, I forego my writing to become more of a personality, but now I don't want to forsake it.
Right.
And future for myself, so personal. Oh, for the podcast, so
Want to get a third screen here?
yeah, we're gonna try to get a third screen here. We don't know the details quite yet, but we're gonna try to
green screen. I think green screen would be easier.
Okay, I mean we can try. The point is we're gonna have something in the back besides good old Sonic here to make it more engaging for you, the viewers. And if you're listening, then I guess you'll have to watch to see what we're talking about, so you can be
right. I was gonna say, if nothing else, then definitely we can throw up more graphics more frequently without covering up our pretty mugs.
Yeah, and if if we have the third screen that you're speaking of, we can just do a lot of cool stuff.
Our guests from for the podcast, like we had Marcus on last episode.
Yeah. Oh, Corey, we're gonna incorporate more guests, of course. People. Some people that we know, close colleagues, and my goal is I'm looking for big and small people you never heard of with their own things, and maybe someone who's legit famous.
Right. Maybe somehow another microphone, which might need a new
Oh
laptop.
yes, I am going to invest into a new computer so we can do better audio and editing things, because we're real limited. I don't think we're gonna get a new space.
That probably won't happen.
But aesthetically, things are gonna change and improve, and little ways that have big little ways that will have big impacts. I was gonna try to say little waves that ripple. I was like, nah, that's
even a little wave can become a roaring ocean.
tidal wave.
Tidal wave. I was like
Yeah,
ocean. That wasn't right.
Okay, but yeah, so I'm just hoping the show will get visually more pleasing, and for our audio only listeners, like I said, another mic, new computer equipment, and maybe a new camera.
New camera would be great. Not to shoot ourselves in the foot here to reveal too much, but if you look right about here, there's a dead pixel, and it drives me bonkers every single time I look at it.
Why'd you have to point it out? Why'd you have to point
No, this is this episode.
You're right. We already broke the fourth wall, quite fourth wall-y. But speaking of equipment, our camera is actually beeping at us.
So
since this is the 50th special, we're keeping it real. We don't got a lot of time, not because we want to keep talking, but the camera's gonna shut off, and the other battery died earlier. So our little swipes, we swipe because the camera we have shutter won't last that long.
The sensor overheats at 30 minutes.
Yeah, so we have to cut it off and start back up and pretend like we did it on purpose. But no, that's completely intentional, because we work with the equipment we got.
We got.
Yeah, we got what we got. So
and all we got is each other.
Aw. So as always, I'm Odo Harmon Jr. You can find me at Odo Harmon Jr.
And I'm Jared Fradette. You can find me at Toon Velo.
So a very special thank you for anyone who's been here since episode 1, and a special thank you to anyone who's just joining us.
Right? Anyone who's been here since episode 50.
We've been trying to give away this SNES Classic for a long time. We said we'd give away 1,000 followers. We've gotten nowhere close to that, so maybe something else will happen and we'll just give it away. But hey, this is episode 50, so like, share, subscribe, and
ring that bell.
Ring that bell, and maybe we'll just give it away, some episode 50 trivia. Who knows? Anything you'd like to say to the viewers, Jared?
Nope.
All right. Well, there you have it. Have a great week, everyone, and I hope you join us for another 50.